Hey, good morning, everybody. AJ here. We are starting the day off in one of my typical stores. You see Lowe's getting some supplies. Just dropped the little one off. And what I mainly got was a box of toggle bolts, because it's always good to have those around. Also, I got some of the outside boxes that I was going to use for protecting the cables that are going to go outside, which is going to be an audio cable. That's what I meant to get. I meant to buy some RG6. Oh well, I have to go get that. That's for Abundant Life. Well, I got that's going to be for the install that I'm doing next week. I have a lift. Hopefully the lift I only need to keep for a day, but that's what we're gonna get in there. Run the new Ethercon cable to replace the snake. Run all of the 4 SDI cables, because again, we might not need them, because they said they already had cables there in place. I just like to be prepared just in case, but either way, we also need to run an Ethernet cable to each one for power control and networking back to the room. And then, since we're not doing lights, that's the only thing that I would really need to lift for. The lift is just to get to the ceiling, to run all the cables. That's mainly it. Want to try and knock that out as best as possible in a day. And speaking of, all right, folks, so Pastor Taylor just called me when I was in there. So it looks like they're going to have some accent walls. And thankfully, the TV that I mounted in the conference room was not on the accent wall. So I need to hang a TV in his office that he wants to double as a monitor for his computer. So I'm probably going to get something similar to my TV here. This is a 43-inch 4K. Probably going to do something like that and hang that on his wall. Yeah. I think that's about it. I stopped by the church to go get my ladder, but I forgot I left the ladder there. It helps if I did the video. And I specifically said in that video, I remember that I left my ladder and stuff there. Anyway, so here is the 4U. It's upside down right now, so it's because of the casters. And maybe looking how it's leaning, I might not need to do it like that. But this is theirs. That's going to be sitting in their music area, and this is what's going to get there. But let's take everything over here and let's get to work. All right, folks, so as I'm walking around, got to realize that we have to run HDMI cables to each one of the rooms, the classrooms back here. So it's just as easy for me to run those cables. And as much as I don't want to, it's just as easy to do that and run another Ethernet cable for those locations. So I might actually do that, because we have a place for hooking up a keystone, so it'll be a jack on the wall to do that. And I'm really just waiting for somebody to get here. Let me take you on the back here and let me show you something. All right, so here's the main entrance. That's the sanctuary. All of our stuff is over there in the closet back there. So my thought was either come over there, come down and hug a PVC pipe all the way up under here. Well, I mean, this is going to cause some issue. Don't want to do that there, but I don't know. Come up, come straight over. That's an option. That's just a weird angle how to have this is that media area back here in that weird corner. But like I was showing you the other day, looking at bringing a cable conduit down here, and this is the side that we wanted to come through. Or, because that's the center, this whole area is going to be opened up, getting that platform out of the way, and this whole back area on the other side of this wall is going to be the media area media booth. I don't think, obviously, this is not going to be a door that prominently people are going to come through. So I could technically run a PVC pipe right here on the bottom, and I don't have to do ceiling work, roof work at all. Come right across here, and right about here or to the center, we can come up, drill a hole through, and that would be for the SDI sound fiber optic cable that connects back to the main hub, because nobody's going to be coming in this way because there's no door coming in here. People might come out, but maybe. All right, sorry about that. That was Pastor Taylor here. So what I was thinking about doing is maybe, instead of avoiding that, I mean, that's the easiest direct run. It's just to run that PVC and then drop it down. That still may be an option. You know, we don't have to necessarily go all the way down, because we can just come here, punch through here, the wall somewhere, and get here. I want to get on the other side of this wall, because there's no point in going through brick if you don't have to. So if we're about over here, this direction, we can come down and punch through. Going all the way there, that would be the easiest way. I mean, honestly, drilling a hole up under here would be that, but we ain't got nothing to do all of that way. But what I was thinking originally is we could put a PVC pipe right up under that ledge, and that would seal it, and then come up right beside this drain spout and just come straight up, and then we would just have to come out of that area right here, come out, either come across if people don't want to see it, or then come all the way up and then drop it down. That's what I'm thinking. But we shall see. But today, since I have access to everything, the main thing is going to be we're going to have a centralized hub, HDMI hub, on this side of the building. We're going to run one SDI cable that will bridge the gap between both sections of the building, and that's going to send our audio that way. And I'm wondering, I wonder if I could split the audio, because I do have something I can send audio over SDI, and I break that off and extract the audio and send that to the speakers on this side of the building. Then I don't have to worry about getting a specific type of audio cable that can run the distance. The coax can handle that, because that's not 300 feet. And then my fiber can run that as well too. Might do that, because then that would simplify. Then it's only two cables, because I can run the video and the audio over the SDI, split it out to have the audio go and break that off to go to the speakers, go to an amp. Well, it's going to have to be an amp on the side that will send power to all of the ceiling speakers. Yeah, I think I might do that instead of running all those cables, because the fiber optic cable is going to be more than enough to bridge the two 24-port switches to give networking over here. Yeah, I think I might do that. All right, let me I know Pastor Taylor just called me. He was saying pretty much while I'm still working, he's probably going to get me a key so I can come in here, come and go as I please, since nobody's here right now. But anyway, let me start unloading, and then, but I don't want to unload right now if nobody's here. But anyway, let me think through everything else we're going to do and go from there. Now, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I just want to address some stuff as well too. I get a lot of people. Now, just another note while I was walking around the building, I just want to show y'all something. I know I get a lot of times people tell me it seems like I'm not doing stuff professional and all this other stuff. This is Xfinity. Did their internet, and look, they just ran a cable, punched a hole through, and just did it. There's no conduit, nothing like that. So again, it's not just me that does stuff. I try to do stuff better than that, but look, that's how they did this. That's how most of y'all's houses are. So it just made me sit back and chuckle. That's all. And then that's going into Pastor's office right there. I really wish I would just run all the stuff on the outside. That would make it easier, but I'm not gonna do that. All right, so didn't realize I left my coat in here because I was like, I know I didn't come in here with no jacket because it was cooler this morning. All right, let's turn everything on. All right, now the other thing I noticed, I plugged in the little rack over there, but I'm not getting any power. I'm wondering if that's tied to a switch somewhere. So I'm not getting nothing here. Ideally, I'm thinking about something would be right here, and I can't punch through here because remember, that's that angle right here. If I punch through, I'd be outside. So this might just have to be something that we wrap around the floor and get to here, which shouldn't be a problem. We could put some floor covers or something like that, because it's just going to be that one cable, the main Ultranet connection out to here to the snake. So not a big deal, maybe 25 feet. But let me see if I can figure out what's going on with this power. And while I'm here, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hang the mounts of where the not the TVs, I could do the TVs, where the cameras are going to be. So we're going to put one right here. I'm going to put one dead center here, and then one in the back. Or actually, I might want to put one in the angle over here. But either way, I know I'm going to put one here in the back and one on this wall. The other one I'll maybe wait until Pastor Taylor to get his opinion. The other thing we're going to do is I'm going to mount the rack for the networking equipment. I'm going to put it on this wall so that way I don't have to worry about moving it, because that'll be fine. So let me get my ladder. Let's do that. And I'm going to run the fiber optic cable on the floor just to get a connection. I brought my laptop with me because this one is not configured because I didn't take it out the box. But let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, all done. Now, again, a thought was, why not put it low? Because I don't want anybody to come hitting anything like that. So got it pretty high. Again, I mean, for me, I'm 5'5", so, at head level. So we're right about here. So that should be enough. The only thing that's really gonna go on here is going to be the 24-port switch, as well as a shelf. Did I bring the shelf? No, a shelf is not going to be for this. Trying to think. I actually have a PoE switch that's going to be powering the cameras, and I don't want it tied in because this switch needs to stay on the entire time. So I need to order another shelf. I thought I had one. Anyway, I need to order a shelf, and then, or I'm going to get a surge suppressor in here, surge protector, to keep this powered on. Yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and hang the 24-port switch. I'm gonna run the fiber on the floor, connect it up, make sure I get internet over here, maybe try and hang an access point, because I'm already here. I think while I'm here, I might just put the access point up there somewhere, up and out of the way, but it'll have internet here. So let's do that. All right, we're all done, but I'm not getting any power on any of these outlets. So I don't know if there's something that's switched off or what. I don't know. Oh well. Let me get my ladder, and while I'm here, I'm gonna measure this off. I'm gonna put the mount about center in between this, and I'll run a laser over there to make sure they're perfectly aligned. And then might as well put the mount. I'm gonna take these speakers out because we're not gonna use those either. So let me get the ladder and we go from there. All right, so while I was up there, I hung the access point here for the sanctuary, and they already had an existing hole, so I didn't have to drill anything new. Now you probably can't see, but here is the cable. I made this because I can't hug right here. There's some wood here, but the idea is I'm gonna run all these cables in a bundle that's gonna be network. Hopefully, that's only if this stays in place. So I'm not gonna put nothing fancy on here. Honestly, I wish they would blow this whole wall out. And if they do that, I might have to do something different, like run this across the ceiling and down. But for right now, I'm just gonna run it through here. And then the idea is to have some C-clamps going across here or some conduit. Probably do C-clamps here and covering up, and then just loop it over and then connect it in here. I have a 24 port plate. Yeah, there it is. That's gonna go there, that will have these all keystoned to make it look all nice and pretty. Up here, and then they'll just loop into the connections right below. And I'm gonna actually run a bunch of these as well. That's gonna go into jacks for the stations, for all of the equipment, for the mixer, everything that will come off of here. And I did have another PoE switch for the cameras, because I don't want it tied to this. If it's tied into this, it's intended for that to stay on the entire time to provide network, and as well as here. So I might still use the other PoE switch that I got, which is overkill. It's a 16 port, because that's the only unified one that they had available. Or I could honestly not even do a unified one, just get one of the other ones that I use, since it's only going to be powering the cameras and the joystick. But anyway, let me run that cable, hook it up here, and then get an extension, because I don't know what's going on with the power on this side. Need to find a switch or something in a breaker box, make sure it's not off. And then we're gonna get this one connected. That's already configured. It's just gonna be bridged through this. All right, so it looks like all of the outlets on this side to right here are not working, but everything else is. So I couldn't find a switch or nothing like that, so I just ran an extension. We're getting power, so now access point is getting power. I'm gonna run I got a 200-foot fiber optic cable, or it might be 300 to be quite honest. I'm gonna run it here, connected, make a quick little cable so that I can get on the network with my laptop. And actually, I should be able to connect from the access point in here, because we're gonna put another access point. See, I think that's too close. I probably want to put another one here, but I just got to figure out how to connect the wires to get back over there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put another one over here. But anyway, my laptop should be able to get there now that I think about it. But I can actually do this over my phone. Anyway, let me get this cable. Let's run it over here. All right, I just adopted the switch. This is the fiber cable, and I have more than enough to go up and over if we go in that direction. That's how we're connecting, freeing up all of this. We have a connection here. We're just letting this needed to be updated, as well as the access point there, which is live. So I'm gonna connect to that moving forward, so I have internet. And I might just leave this here, because I don't believe anybody else is gonna be in here. But while that is going on, I am going to start to mounting the cameras, which I believe, I don't want to really go into this brick. If I can put it right there, I will, because this is center. So if I turn, do an about face, we're actually right here. So I might put it here. I would rather put the TV right here and put the camera over here. Because actually, I can't look at this as the center, because that's going to be flat. They're going to blow those walls out, bring that wall flat, and then I want to be able to really come and move in any direction. So it is looking like I might put it right here for the camera, and then I can wrap this around the grout lines to get here. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I thought I was going to run this up and come all the way there. I would need a lift to do that. If I run it across the grout lines, Yeah, because I didn't want to break that plane. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Alrighty, we got one side done. I have a pass-through plate with the fiber optic HDMI cable already pulled through. And where's my light? Oh, there it is. And if we come over here, see, we already got it down here, more than enough. And there's at least another, I don't know, maybe 35 feet of cable up there. So the idea is mount the HDMI splitter somewhere here on the wall when this is flushed out, and that will connect to it. And it's only going to be a 1x4 because it's going to power the 3 TVs in here, and then another one is going to convert over to SDI, which is the SDI cable that's going to carry video and audio to the other parts of the church along with the fiber optic cable. So this side is done, and I'm kind of waiting to see what I'm going to do with the front mounted camera, but I am going to get over here and mount the arms for the PTZs right there and there. This one I know is going to be fine. I'm going to align it with that grout line right one brick under that top window right here. So that grout line right there, so I can run the cable that way. And then we go from there. Alrighty, TV number 2 is done. Actually, cables, I ran the HDMI over. I decided to be a little bit neater and put a plate on there because I had them. Why not use them? And let me pull these out here. We have 2 HDMI cables for the TVs with still plenty of cable in the ceiling. And what I'm going to do is grab the other box, wherever it is, and flip it, because that's going to be the cable for the PTZ. All right, so we're making our way over. Since I already got the ladder, let's do that and go from there. All right, in all honesty, it looks like that's too high, but that's why I flipped it upside down. And I mean, even if I take it down, you're not going to be able to notice it in the brick, so we can move it down if need be. But we're good to go. I am debating about running some of that true cable layer. Thank again for the recommendation on this one, which is certified and rated for PoE uses. Run the black cable there. Run the extra HDMI cable, fiber optic right there, and then that's done. And I literally would only have to tack it right across that mortar, and then right there I can just leave it up there unless somebody wants to bring a ladder to church and see if the cables are organized in the area that you can't see, but whatever. So there, I'm not going to mount that other one because I don't know the placement where that's going to be, because I want this to be the center shot. And then the front one is another one that I don't want to touch until I get the okay of where it's going to go. Let me move my ladder back over here, plug in the HDMI cable that's there, and technically this part is all done. Everything is up and running. It's hooked up to the network. I've relabeled them, give me plenty of room, and then yeah, we're good to go. All right, folks, I think I'm done for today. Mainly because a lot of these videos I've been doing, I've been so busy, I haven't even uploaded them, so I need some time to do that. But we got these mounted here. Networking stuff, I need to order a shelf for that. I got the cables just dangling over there. I need to get some clips or conduit depending on what they want to do. I'm thinking a straight black line is not going to be seen, so I just need some anchors to be able to screw into the brick for up here. Find out the proper placement for the mount in the back as well as the one in the front. And once we get the mount in the back, then we can do the mount for the TV that's going to be back there. 75s on all of them. I'm going to take down these speakers. Just didn't get a chance to do that. And I'm going to be back Monday because I got to start some work. Or do I need my tools for reconciliation tomorrow? I think I'm gonna just bring enough just for me, because I'm not hanging anything. I'm just fixing their audio and putting up the conduit that's in his office. I just need my ladder for that, and I don't need any major tools, just my stuff to crimp Ethernet cable. Yeah, but anyway, what else I got? Let me take you over here so I can show you everything else we got done over here. Made a plate for the HDMI here. Made a plate for the HDMI here. Need to seal that up, but I need to come straight up and make another 1-inch diameter hole right above there. So I'm leaving that so I can measure over so I can get the right spot here. Drop the HDMI cable here, and really need to find a location of where I'm going to put the HDMI splitter that's going to be on this side of the building. But what else we got? I at least put a proper low voltage box right there and seal that off. I still need to pull that, make that into an Ethernet cable. I don't know if they're gonna put a TV in here or not. If they are, I would mount it on this side and mount the TV in the other room the exact same way so that I can just punch through on both sides and run the cable up. Not sure if a TV needs to go in here or not. If so, it would be on this wall, preferably. And then a couple of these are going to be accent walls, which I believe that is going to be the accent wall. So I'm going to wait, but then we're going to mount the other TV in here and most likely change that out to a network cable as well. I am honestly thinking about getting a different rack that will actually set on the floor. It'll be stand off from the floor, but it'll be screwed into the wall. That's what I'm thinking. Which will give me enough space to actually put that UPS inside of it as well, and then closed off. That's what I'm thinking about doing. But we're gonna have some nice conduit, probably just maybe a 5-inch diameter PVC pipe, and run everything in there, or preferably right there in the corner. Cut a hole and run that in the corner. So if I put this networking thing, it would just run straight up in that corner, and I don't have to do any right angles and nothing like that. But that's what we got. That will also need to start finding a path to come out from here, go up and over to feed the TVs, which technically, I mean, I can come here and the TV is on the other side of this wall. So that's not a problem. Now, if I'm getting a new rack, I could put that rack here with a shelf that it already has and put the HDMI splitter here. I kind of don't want to do that because all the TVs are back this way. I'd rather have it over here somewhere. And in all honesty, I might let it sit inside the conference room, or I put a bigger rack, it'll be here. I don't know, decisions. But honestly, at this point, the phase one of getting my wiring and stuff like that, I want to get done. The main wiring else that's left is really going to be just running that fiber optic cable on the roof or whichever direction they get over to the sanctuary part, which honestly affords me the fact of I could possibly run an additional Ethernet cable from the opposite direction and drop it down that back wall to get to, well, no, to get to the access point in the entrance. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, it's coming along very well. But what I was saying is that is phase one for the most part. We've almost used up all the stuff that we ordered originally. Like I said, we got one more access point. This is the multi-view TV for the ATEM. That's right here. Their presentation system is right here. That's done. And then we got a bunch of cables and doodads left. Here's the other PoE switch. And actually, I thought that was a 16. That's an 8. I'll use this. This is the one that will turn on and off to power the cameras. So yeah, I don't know why I thought I had a 16, but I'll use this. This will sit on the shelf, or this might even be closer to where all this equipment is. And when this turns off, this turns this off as well too. So yeah, so that's good. I don't need to worry about that. Alrighty, so, and this is the splitter that's gonna feed those TVs in the sanctuary. And I need to give SDI to HDMI to SDI and vice versa to come back. That will be the cable that plugs into another splitter that's gonna be over here. So I don't know, what day is this? This is day 4? Yeah, day 4 of Signs and Wonders project. The next thing that we're gonna be doing is, I already have the sound system. That's what I'm still playing around with, the X32. The main thing, which I'm gonna probably rent a van for, is to buy the 3 75-inch screen TVs, the 2 65s, and all the other TVs, because the 65 is going to go in the conference room in the entrance. The 3 75s are going into the sanctuary, so that's 5 TVs right there. And then we have 3 more TVs, which now includes pastor's office. So I might do a 43 in there because he's going to use that as a computer monitor as well too. Yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're going to start ordering all the speakers that's going to go inside the sanctuary, and the subs, as well as speakers that are going to be in the wall, in the ceilings, which I'm wondering, do we even need? I'm gonna have to talk to them about that, because all the other rooms are going to get sound from the TV, that since we're running a TV into every single room, and we're going to be splitting audio off of the SDI cable that's coming here. So the audio will be in sync. And I split that off into an amp, and then that's running, the amp is what powers all the speakers that are going to be here. Yeah, I need to talk to them. I don't think ceiling speakers are going to be needed, except for in a couple of areas. Maybe right outside the sanctuary, but you're going to get a lot of sound coming out in that entrance. And because right when you come into the front door, you're going to get sound. I don't know, maybe the kitchen. I don't think we need to do as many speakers as I think projected. So I might repurpose that money maybe into another rack or something like that. But anyway, let me get up out of here because I'm hungry, and want to get some videos done so y'all can see all the stuff I've been doing outside of the website, which, because we had that issue, it seems like a lot of y'all have some similar issues. So I'm going to take y'all along while I'm rebuilding that website from the ground up and show you everything that we're doing to back up and secure websites so that all of us can avoid stuff like this in the future. So thank y'all, patrons, YouTube members. Thank you so much. I know I haven't been shouting y'all out as much as I should, but I really appreciate what y'all are doing to help me do what we're doing here. If you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up at questions@ajhomes.com. And my consultation website is back up. It's just direct. And we're going to have some contingency plans set in place as well for that. But thank y'all so much, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Later.